Hey guys, be sure to check out the Mortar Pod, our weekly video podcast, and also check out the tutorial video for my board game, Travelers of Storia. Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here for another Swiss M15 draft. Rare is Chasm Skulker. This guy is good. Gets bigger every turn, which is good for blue in itself. Spits out a bunch of land-walking dudes when he dies. There's also Stoke the Flames in here, though, which is probably one of my favorite removal spells in the format. Right up there with Cone of Flame, of course. Wayfinder, the bane of my existence. If I really want to beat myself, I like to play Satyr Wayfinder. Let's see. Chasm Skulker, Stoke the Flames, one or the other. Not sure. One's an amazing removal spell. One's a really cool rare that constantly gets bigger. Must be dealt with. I've won with Chasm Skulker too much, I think, to pass it. Stoke the Flames is some incredible removal. No doubt. But something about Chasm Skulker, I don't know. I won with this card and it made me happy. Okay, so we can do Welkin Turn. Living Totem is an incredible card. I think it's stronger than Welcome Turn. But Welcome Turn is actually pretty legit. Get a nice aggressive start going, can stay on color. In terms of strongest cards to weakest cards in this pack, not a huge Resolute Archangel fan, only because it's 7 mana. But I mean, it does alter your life total, so that's something. It's certainly playable. Living Totem, Oresco's Swift Claw, and Welcome Turn. I mean, Welcome Turn is straight up on color with Chasm Skulker. Living Totem is a good card, though. It does buff. Doesn't have evasion, but I like that it convokes out, so it gets a lot cheaper. That is good. Welcome Turn is very one-sided in how you play it. It's not like you just jam it anytime you're blue. You're pretty much you're going for the fences when you're playing Welcome Turn. You're not messing around. You're playing quick dudes and you're getting in there. God, I don't know. I guess I'll take the Welcome Turn just because it's on color with the Skulker. Maybe we can play some sort of blue beatdown thingamajigger. Alright, Void Snare in here, Quickling, Nimbus of the Isles. I mean, I like Void Snare a lot because it deals with all the awesome auras in this format, like Mark of Honor, gets rid of nasty stuff like Oppressive Rays, gets rid of Hammer Hand, which I guess isn't that big of a deal, but can be annoying. Gets rid of that thing that gives lifelink in black, Eternal Thirst, I think it's called. Quickling is a good dude, though. I like that it protects. I think I might take the Quickling. I like Void Snare a lot, like I just said, but Quickling saves from removal, has evasion, gives us a nice little theme. I guess it doesn't interact that well with Chasm Skulker, but it's also Nimbus of the Isles, but Quickling is obviously a lot more efficiently costed. So I'm going to go for another cheap flyer. Okay, so now choices. Another Living Totem, that might be the sign for green. We have Encrust in blue, though, which is definitely legitimate removal. Something stays locked down. Does it on artifacts as well, which is nice. And you can actually cast it on an untapped creature, and it's not like, it still doesn't untap. So I'm thinking Encrust or Living Totem at this point. I could also actually just go Carrion Crow, go blue-black skies, which I feel like I've tried a couple times and hasn't worked out too well for me, but I don't know. I mean, Living Totem is legit. Living Totem is a legit spell. I like it. Carrion Crow, Living Totem, Encrust. Encrust is straight up on color. Living Totem and Carrion Crow are better, though. I'm going to take the Encrust. Let's see what's open in a couple more picks. Maybe we'll have a better idea. That's a late Inferno Fist. It's a late Covenant of Blood. A fairly late Charging Rhino. Amphin Path Mage is in here. I'm kind of feeling the Inferno Fist for a couple reasons. Not only is it a removal spell, but it's a buff spell, and we currently have 2 nice flyers that we can stick that on. We did pass a Stoke the Flames, which would be indicative that passed a red signal, but 5th pick Inferno Fist is definitely unusual. Amphin Path Mage is an incredible card too. I like it a lot, but tends to get a little bit less good in decks where you already have a bunch of flyers, so you're already kind of being evasive, but he can make himself evasive too, so he's just all around good. I think we're going to go Inferno Fist. I like the Covenant of Blood as well. Inferno Fist to me is just really good. I don't know. It's a brutal spell. I like it. Cheap. Stick it on a Welkin turn. You're getting in there. Dishing that damage out. What? Sixth pick triplicate spirits. Well, yeah, taking that. You kidding me? I don't even get it. There's nothing else remotely close to triplicate spirits in here. Not even kind of. So yes, you got it. You want to pass me that? I will take you up on that arrangement. So now we can cut white maybe. Midnight Guard. I mean, triplicate spirits just rapidly became the best card in our deck. So maybe white's open. Maybe we take the Midnight Guard. A second Encrust. Starting to get a little less excited. Midnight Guard is just insane with the Convoke, so let's take the Midnight Guard. Otherwise, Willforged Golem would be fine. I do like that it blocks the Accursed Spirit and the Krinko's Enforcers of this set, but Midnight Guard. All day, baby. What do we got next? Research Assistant, Heliod's Pilgrim. Currently, can dig up an Encrust with Heliod's Pilgrim. That's actually not bad. I think we'll go Pilgrim. Research Assistant's fine too, but that's some pretty good incentive to take it when we've got an actual removal spell we can play with it. All right, Marked by Honor. There's another one. Peel from Reality is very good. I mean, I very much like Marked by Honor, although it's not that great on Welkin turn, since he can only block flyers. Let's take the Peel. We currently have 0 removal, besides the Inferno Fist, which at this point I think we're just not playing. So if I'm going to take one, I better take the foil one, right? So let's take a foil Peel from Reality, get a nice little bounce removal spell. Military Intelligence, this seems like the deck for it. Divine Favor is good too. But we've already got a couple flyers, well, quite a few flyers as a matter of fact, and Military Intelligence Triplicate Spirits in itself is a nice synergistic little piece of card combo there. All right, Nimbus of the Isles, cool with that. It's on color, it's blue, yep, got it, thanks. On color, geez, wait, what? Living Totem, 4th to last pick, geez. Don't like First Response, so let's just take the Living Totem because it's Living Totem, and it's a very good card, and it shouldn't go that late. But it did. Blast Firebolt's an actual card, so we'll take it. Statue to Denial, getting some nice removal, and a Swamp to close her off. All right. Oh, geez. Spectre Ward opened. That seems good. Also another Midnight Guard in here, but yeah, you gotta take Spectre Ward. What do they even do about it? They gotta naturalize the Spectre Ward before they can even start getting to you. Frostlinks would also be good, but you can't deny Spectre Ward. It's rare. Look at it. Pro all colors. I've been beaten by it in embarrassing fashion, and it hurts. It hurts real bad. So we gotta take it. All right. At this point, I guess we're fairly safe in saying we're blue-white. Got a nice blue-white flyer plan going. Could use more removal, story of my life, but I'm pretty happy with where we're at the moment. All right, we got Into the Void, awesome removal. We got Welkin Turn, awesome little cheap flyer, continuing with our flyer theme, of course. 6 creatures currently. Into the Void seems a little bit too good to pass up here. It's uncommon. It bounces 2 guys at once. I would love to have the Welkin Turn with any luck. Maybe we can table it. But we shall see. No real... I guess Kinsvale Skirmisher is a pretty good white pick, so tabling Turn or Skirmisher would be nice. Will it happen? I'm not 100% on that. We'll find out. Oppressive Rays, Divination, Ephemeral Shields, all good. That's about it, though. So, Oppressive Rays, I like this card a lot because it's cheap removal. You can dig it up with Pilgrim. I like Ephemeral Shields because it protects. I like Divination because drawing cards is good. I think we'll take the Oppressive Rays. It's cheap removal. What I like about it is it stops ground units on turn 1, 2, and 3 very, very nicely and efficiently. So it allows you a little time to sort of build your Air Force and and win the race, basically, without having to do trades or blocks or anything. Basically puts a lot of pressure on them to pay mana. So I'm going to take it. Although I guess it could have tabled. Sungrace Pegasus, yes, sirree. Nice flyer, fits in with the theme, has lifelink, all good things. Good for convoking out a triplicate spirits, of course, too. Very powerful stab wounds and flesh to dust in here, which is definitely good for the black player. Not so good for me. All right, Coral Barrier. I keep playing against this card, and it's pretty annoying to play against, to be honest. I think it's actually a pretty good card. Amphin Pathmage also in here. Same, I guess, excuse I used earlier. I already have a bunch of evasive guys, so why do I need a 4-drop one that essentially does the same thing? Maybe I try this Coral Barrier out. It's cool with Peel from Reality. Not amazing with anything else, but it's a 1/3, so it blocks, puts a couple dudes out. I don't know. It's kind of like gives you 2 power to work with defensively. It really is, I don't know. Doesn't it look ugly on the surface? Why has this card been played to good effect against me? I don't know. I'm going to try it out. Maybe I'll just take the Pathmage, actually. I was going to try the Barrier, but I just can't get over Pathmage making itself essentially unblockable. Nimbus number 2. I think we're going for more flyers here. Yeah, he's pricey, but he flies. We've got a theme going here, folks. Flight. Could also take the Research Assistant, as you well know, but we're going to take the Nimbus instead. All right, Frostlinks definitely is a card I like when we're trying to tempo down people. Otherwise, another Assistant. Jurubai Merklurker. Still have yet to play that card. I've had it played against me, and it is good. It is legitimately good. Netcaster Spider, of course, going to be a problem for our deck, but maybe that's where the Oppressive Rays comes into play. Or the Frostlinks that we're picking. Alright, we've got some legitimate picks here, huh? We got Jace's Ingenuity. Drawing 3 cards seems really good. Coral Barrier that I talked about earlier. I think I couldn't forgive myself if I passed up a Jace's Ingenuity. Instant Speed. Draw 3. Works really well when you've got instant speed removal, like Peel from Reality, instant speed tricks like Quickling, instant speed counter spells. Well, sorcery speed's counter spells wouldn't be very useful, would they? But yeah, let's take the Jace's Ingenuity. Cap Show Kite Fins, you got it. On target with what we're doing. Could take another Midnight Guard, I guess. But this guy flies and he taps stuff down. I like it. We're getting a little bit pricey, but these all fly. I don't know. They fit the theme perfectly. I think that's why I'm taking all these flyers. Jeez. Well, nothing on color for us. Let's just take the guy who's best in a vacuum, which would be the Kirkesh Onaki Ancient, who's actually just a good card. I'm surprised he went that late. All right, I'm fine with the Tyrant's Machine. I think I like it more than the Chrono Stutter. Chrono Stutter tends to be unexciting, whereas Tyrant's Machine randomly turns on Aeronaut, Tinkerer, and taps stuff down. All right, Late Divination, happily plucking that up. What's our first cut? Well, we get a Chrono Stutter anyway. So maybe the first cut is Chrono Stutter. Second, Military Intelligence. I don't know. That seems a bit dangerous. Playing multiples of that guy, I'm not sure about that. Seems a little bit too sketchy. If I have more triplicate spirits or I happen to pick up some Raise the Alarms, perhaps. But until then. Oh, let's see here. Double Nimbus of the Isles. I've already got 2 of those. I think we have enough 5-drops for life at this point. I think we could take a Peel from Reality here. Get another Bounce. Otherwise, Wall of Essence for ground, which isn't that bad. Fills out the low curve a little bit. But do I have any guys with Enter the Battlefield effects? Frostlinks works, pairs excellent with Peel from Reality. I think we're already cutting that anyway, so I guess it does require you have creatures, which we're currently a little bit low on. Wall of Essence, though, I'm not really convinced. I mean, it's okay. It's not a bad card. I think Peel from Reality is better, so I'm going to take it. A little bit more in line with what we want to do. I like the Marked by Honor too, but all right. Another flyer in Razorfoot Griffin. Fills our curve decently well. What am I cutting for that? Maybe we're cutting the Statute of Denial. Not necessary main deck. Better sideboard card. Void Snare in here too, but I think at this point I actually need to pick up some creatures. I'm a little bit too low for comfort's sake, so let's just make sure we hit our target. Alright, Paragon currently only affects 1, 2, 3, 4, well, it's pretty insane with the triplicate spirits. That is a thing. Sungrace Pegasus fits our curve better. Actually, Paragon, Blue Paragon actually makes more sense, I think, with overall. Well, actually, we're short on creatures either way, aren't we? I guess either way, I'm going to end up with a 4-drop. So the White Paragon, which pairs excellent with our triplicate spirits, or the Blue Paragon that pairs with the majority of our creatures better, but not the triplicate. Or the Sungrace Pegasus, which is just a cheap flyer that sort of fits in with the theme, gives us another 2-drop. I do not know. I do not know what I like the most. I mean, White Paragon's pretty good. Works better with our lifelinker. It's less creatures, but triplicate spirits counts as a creature. I don't know. I guess because it's more bump for our triplicate, I'm gonna take the White Paragon. Okay. Pride Mate. Currently we've got a Sungrace Pegasus, which in itself is a nice little piece of synergy. I guess that's our only way to gain life, though, which makes Pilgrim kind of an attractive answer, or option as well, since we can dig up Oppressive Razor and Crust with it. Or Spectre Ward. Yeah, digging up Spectre Ward seems pretty important for us. We only have one way to gain life for Pride Mate. So I would say finding our bomb could be a good direction to go. I mean, there literally are some decks you play against where it's like, oh, you resolved your Spectre Ward? Well, I can't win. Let's cut the Tyrant's Machine. And let's cut... What am I cutting for the Pilgrim, the second one? Maybe Divination. Because we've already got the Military Intelligence and the... Alright, Welkin turn number 2. I am going to take it over the Cathar, which I do like, by the way. Don't have an issue with Cathar. Little bit wishing I'd taken the Blue Paragon if I'm picking up a second Welkin turn, but that's okay. I could take the Selfless Cathar just because it interacts positively with the Paragon and triplicate spirits and our flyers as well, but I think Welkin turn helps us just maintain a fleet, a non-stop fleet of army dudes coming in there. So let's take the Welkin turn number 2. Ephemeral Shields is a very good card. I think I can pretty happily take that. And cut at this point, I guess we're cutting Divination. And maybe cutting... Don't know. Maybe the Military Intelligence. It does work well with all of our flyers, though. It kind of makes sense. I don't know. Challenged. Currently challenged. I don't know. Brawler's Plate's very good. Frostlink's number 2 seems really good. Locking dudes down with double Peel from Reality seems too good to pass up, to be honest. Kinsvale Skirmisher is very good, too. I'm not going to deny that. I actually like it with Peel from Reality just as much, since you can get some extra pumps out of it, but I don't know, man. Frostlinks. Lock dudes down, tempo them out. Seems like the direction I want to go. This guy's cheaper, but Frostlinks, man. Gargoyle Sentinel is good typically, but we seem a little bit more tempo beatdown, especially with the second Frostlinks, that I feel as though that's got to be the pick. Brawler's Plate would be awesome too, but you can't get everything you want, right? Alright, and Soul Artifact. Currently have one artifact that's in my sideboard somewhere. God, where is it actually? Oh, that's an interesting way to sort it. All your displays suck. Let's take the Void Snare. Just makes the most sense. Could take a second Oppressive Raise for Elliot's Pilgrim, but I think Void Snare is actually better. I'd probably play it over the first one. More Nimbus of the Isles, I guess, as expected. 5 drops for days, baby. I could take the Marked by Honor. I don't think I'm playing it. Then again, I'm probably not playing a third Nimbus of the Isles either. Got enough 5 drops to last a lifetime. Probably not playing Marked by Honor. Probably not playing Divine Favor. Divine Favor would make more sense out of sideboard against an aggressive deck to get that life gain going. I don't know. I'm going to take the Divine Favor because I'm not playing the Nimbus of the Isles. I'm going to sideboard this Divine Favor just in case I need it. I'm probably not main decking the Ephemeral Shields either. I've already got to make cuts, so I've got to make some decisions here. Which of these is the most annoying? Zoffshade can be pretty good, so I guess we'll hate him. Second Jace's Ingenuity? I'm not playing anything, I guess, so whatever. Am I playing Staff of the Mind Magus? Probably not. Probably not playing Mind Sculpt either. But just in case someone actually made a mill deck work. Second Statute. Still not playing it. Picking up a lot of late cards that are good, but I'm not playing them. Probably don't need the Oppressive Rays now, even though I've got Double Pilgrim. They're more for Encrust and Spectre Ward. Although, maybe I don't even need 2 Pilgrims. Then again, having 3 ways to get Spectre Ward seems like the right idea most of the time. So I need to make 3 more cuts. I don't even know. Well, 1 Ingenuity's gone for sure. I've already got enough there. I don't want to play 16 lands. I've already got to make pretty good use of my mana, so I don't think that's the ticket. Let's separate stuff out here. So I could hate the Military Intelligence, but this does seem like an excellent deck for it. Actually, let me count my flyers. Let's do a final flyer tally here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's definitely enough for Military Intelligence. Triplicate Spirit alone positively interacts with Military Intelligence so well. Geez, I don't even know. I do not even know. I have to make 2 cuts? That's awkward. Everything's so good. Everything is so good. I mean, theoretically, I could cut the Ingenuity. Got enough 5-drops already. I've got my flyers. I don't want to cut any of my creatures, really. I don't really want to cut... I'm obviously not cutting Spectre Ward, but I don't even want to cut Encrust because the Pilgrim digs it up and it's an actual removal spell. I don't want to cut the Military Intelligence because we've got so many flyers and ways to attack in, especially with Frostlinks and this dude that makes unblockable. I mean, this really does look like a Military Intelligence deck. I mean, if I didn't have enough playables, even the second one would be fine, but 1 seems correct, right? I really don't know. I don't want to cut Appeal from Reality either because those can be so valuable. Into the Void, obviously very good. Man, I don't know. Maybe Ingenuity is just a better card than Intelligence. Like, let's think about it this way. Can I ever hope to draw 3 cards off Military Intelligence? And if I can, would I rather just do an Ingenuity instead? I think that's kind of where I'm at, so that kind of makes sense in my mind at least for why Ingenuity is the pick over Intelligence. I mean, if you don't know why Ingenuity is so good, at least for this deck, is I've got Quickling and Double Peel from Reality. So I've got actual instant speed things that I can do, or Ingenuity. So like that kind of flexibility is very nice to have, where it's like, I'm going to draw now, or, oh wait, I have to deal with that. I'm going to bounce instead, or I'm going to protect my guy from your removal spell. In my mind, that makes sense. Also, Quickling is insane with Heliod's Pilgrim, as is Peel from Reality, as a matter of fact. So the more auras I'm playing, I guess, the better. But I don't think I necessarily need the Divine Favor or the Oppressive Rays. Divine Favor would actually be fine main deck too, but I'm already trying to make cuts here. I'm having a hard time. I don't want to cut any of the creatures. I don't want to cut even Paragon turning these guys into 2/3s is wholly relevant. 3/4, 3/3 first strike, 2/3 lifelink, 2/2s. We really have 17 creatures, I guess, because of the triplicate spirits. So maybe I can cut a creature, but honestly, they all look tight. They all look good. I don't have a problem with any one of our creatures in the deck. Even Capsho Kitefins kind of makes sense because it flies and taps dudes down. And like playing a triplicate spirits after a Capsho Kitefins is kind of insane. Tap your board down, get in. We've got so many good synergistic effects that it's very difficult to discern what the best cut is. Like, I could honestly just do Ingenuity and not have any card draw, but Do I have enough ways to make my mana useful? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it does make sense to have the ingenuity. But then again, I mean, we're pretty loaded in the 2-3 department. So having card draw could be relevant. I can't really cut. I don't even want to cut Appeal from Reality because we've got double Frostlings, double Pilgrim. Even, I guess Kite Fence doesn't make too much sense. Well, it could. Bounce at the end of their turn, play it again to tap down the second blocker. Even there, it does something. Doesn't interact positively with Chasm Skulker, so that's a downside to it. Even Quickling is insane with Frostlings and Pilgrims. I like that synergy. Just got all of these positive things, and I can't decide what's good and what I don't need. What I need and what I don't need. Paragon seems too good to cut because of Triplicate Spirits alone, but even our 3-drops and 2-drop. How many more? The question is, how many more blue creatures did we end up with than white? So I could have taken the blue Paragon. I could have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pumpers as opposed to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pumpers. Yeah, in retrospect, the blue would have positively worked better, but I just didn't realize how many more blue creatures I was going to pick up. You can see my dilemma. And because of how late the first Triplicate Spirits went, I thought maybe we could get lucky, get a second one. So in retrospect, I think I'd rather have the blue one, but can't go back now. Maybe I do cut Appeal from Reality. It's so good at the Frostlings. God, I cannot decide. I don't want to cut Void Snare because it's cheap. I don't want to cut any of my removal. To be honest, I want to cut a creature. I just don't know what creature actually could get cut and have me not be disappointed about it. And nothing is coming to mind. I'm actually going to cut Jace's Ingenuity. I know it draws 3 cards. I don't know what to say. It draws 3 cards. I like to have 3 extra cards. I also like bouncing stuff and protecting my guys or getting rid of their guys. And I think just synergistically, this is all going to work the best. But we shall see. Never claimed I was a pro player, so anybody who's saying I'm not a pro player would be correct, which is why I do Swiss. I'm not, if you want to watch professional players, please let me direct you towards Channel Fireball. They are right up your alley. If you're looking for pure professional players, people who do nothing but collect fees for playing Magic, could not direct you faster to Channel Fireball. I hope that you're here to just watch me and have a good time most of the time when I'm not, getting irate. Yeah, that's basically the main reason to watch me. Otherwise, I have to recommend you to other places with people who are quote-unquote professionals. So I've got more blue than white, but I think I still want to go fairly even. So I'd rather do the old 9-8, I think, than 10-7. All right. Running it like this, I'm pretty satisfied with the deck. We had to make some cuts on cards that I think are actually really good. So that's usually a sign that you ended up in the right colors. All right. We'll see you round 1.